Hello everyone and welcome to Getting Therapy. This video is just going to be basically the base install of Diffusion, the program that I'm going to work with on my channel using AI applications. So this is pretty much just for anyone who wants to install the same program I'm running and then have fun alongside what I'm doing. You can re-replicate what I'm doing, or just learn as we go. So I'm just going to open up the link here. I'll have this installation link in the description right underneath the video so you guys can just go right to it. So we're just going to copy paste this here, go to the install page. So one thing to note before we get started: any programs you don't feel comfortable installing, you're just taking the word of some random YouTuber that it's not going to harm your system. I've been using this for like a year now. I haven't had any issues. So from my point of view, I think things are pretty good. There's enough documentation on it and stuff like that that I feel relatively safe using the program. This is free, you're not paying anything, and once everything is finalized and installed, including any additional little add-ons and things like that, you do not need an internet connection to run it. And if you so choose to go, offline completely for the rest of the time of your computer's existence, you should be able to run the program no problem whatsoever whenever you want to use it. So that was my initial appeal when this kind of software was coming out. Anyways, so yeah, if you aren't comfortable with it, do some research on your own time till maybe you are. Come back to the video and we'll continue. So the install page here, Diffusion 3.0. You can come down here and you can install whatever OS you have. I'm running Windows 10 and I'm only familiar with Windows systems, so I can't help you if you have a Mac or a Linux. However, on this same page here, if you scroll down and just kind of read through, it's extremely well laid out on their main site. If you're just following the instructions that they have laid out, and there's really not that much. Like this is it on the first page of install, which is pretty easy. You shouldn't have any issues. So you can click this button here, which will automatically just install whatever is the most stable. It'll give you the install to whatever is the most stable install. But if we just scroll up here, or a little further up to releases, right, and we just click on that +16, it's going to take us to this page here, which is whatever the most immediate release is. So I'm just going to install this right now because we've got a new setup. So we're just starting from scratch. So anyone who doesn't know anything about this is about as bare bones as it's going to get. You're seeing everything as we go. So yeah, just click on this here, the .exe. You can also install it from the source code, but we're not going to do that. We're going to just do this as easy as possible. The whole point of this program, right? So we're just going to save this. You can just save it to your desktop, or you can save it to like an applications folder or whatever. Doesn't really matter, just know where you're saving it to. So we're just waiting for it to download here. While that's downloading, we'll just kind of go back here to this install page, scroll up once again. I'm going to go over just like super duper basic stuff once we're done installing. But if you go here to where it says user guide, this is pretty much going to take you to their main help page, and everything, again, like I said, super, just like it's laid out so awesome. I suggest just grabbing a coffee, reading about it, especially if you're serious about this program and you want to, learn a decent amount of it. Just go through, the steps as it is here. You can't go wrong, installation, this is how it is, how to use. We're going to go over this a little bit once it's installed. Shows you everything you need to know. Yeah, so bottom line is, take a moment, check this stuff out, especially while this is downloading, because it might take a little while depending on your internet connection. Another thing I'll tell you is, during the installation here, you want an internet connection. So if you do not have an internet connection, or it's really bad at the moment or something like that, or you don't have enough time to kind of do a long install, hold off till you do have a more reliable internet connection, because this is going to be downloading a bunch of packets and install files and things like that from online that it needs to basically get everything set up. So you're not going to go anywhere unless you have an internet connection initially. But like I said, once everything is finally installed, you're not going to need anything. So I'm just going to wait, let this go, and I'll be back here when it's done. Okay, we're back. To save space on my computer while recording, I just pretty much canceled the video and waited until it finished. It was taking a while. Again, it depends on your internet connection. Normally it doesn't take that long. Usually it's only like 2 minutes maximum download kind of type deal. Anyway, we got it here on our desktop. This is the file that we just downloaded from the website. I've just closed the browser. So once you have it on your desktop or wherever you saved it to on your computer, we're just going to go ahead and start the install process. Again, make sure you have an internet connection for this part, otherwise it's not going to work. So we'll just double left click this like any exe program. Like I said, it doesn't matter where it is at the moment. So we're just going to let this open up and start this process. This install is decently long. It's not like crazy long. So again, make sure you got your coffee or your tea or booze or whatever. Sit, chill, and just let it do its thing. So yeah, you can read through here, licensing agreement and so on with anything. I agree, otherwise you can't use it. And so this is important. Don't change the default destination folder for the program, because earlier in the year I tried doing that and ended up running into weird pathing problems and issues installing other things down the road. It just made things difficult. So if you can install it to C or whatever your default system folder is, just let it install to that path. So yeah, just click install. So I'm going to leave here again, let this go through. I will let this process continue, unlike the download, just so that you guys can see everything that might come up, because there'll be a little blip in the near future here where Windows 10 or Windows 11 users will have a thing they gotta bypass. I'll show it to you when it comes. Until then, see ya. Okay, now that the program is officially installed, we will run Easy Diffusion here, and we should get a pop-up from Windows that's basically going to say, you know, do you want this application to run and blah blah blah, like added into the trusted thing. So anyone with Windows 10 or Windows 11 probably will see this. Possibly there's a way to bypass it in settings, I don't really know, but either way this is probably what you're gonna see. So we'll just go finish. Okay, we didn't get the pop-up. Sometimes it'll pop up and all you're going to be doing is basically there'll be a little tab in blue that says more info. You'll want to click that, and then it will give you the option at the bottom to basically just accept and run. That's a Windows thing. So this time it didn't pop up, unfortunately I couldn't show you. However, some people may get that little window, and that's all it means. It's basically just Windows asking you if it can run the application. So yeah, the program's command window, keep this open while you have the program open. You can look at it for reference as to what's going on, if there's any kind of like errors and things like that. But otherwise, when it's ready, in the top right corner here where it says Stable Diffusion is ready, that will be green. If it's not ready, it'll be yellow or it'll be red or something like that. Wait until it's finished whatever it's doing, till it's green, and then continue, because really you're just bogging down the program if you start doing stuff and fiddling around with things and it's not ready. So we're good to go. So I'm going to continue part 2 video of basically the final steps to sort of download all the little bits here and there. Like, these are additional things you're going to probably need in the very near future if you want to really start getting involved in this. But for right now, if you just want to, you know, get your lips wet or whatever and fiddle about with some stuff because you don't have enough time to watch part 2, basically right now all you got to do is so we're just going to click settings though to make sure that the yeah, okay, so it should ask what to save. So anyways, pretty much, yeah, if you want to do something right this moment, just put down whatever you want, like a clown standing in the rain or something like that. Doesn't really matter, you can just write in right here and go make image, okay? And it's going to do a 512 by 512 with the basic settings of the program, and it's going to try and achieve the goal of doing your prompt. In the next video we'll go into this in more depth, but for now this is essentially what you're going to get. If you want this image, this is something that you want, because like I said, right now you're just fiddling around with the absolute bare bones of the program. You can just hover your mouse over the image like this and a download image will come up, right? You just left click that, choose where to save it. We're just going to save it to the desktop because we're just demonstrating this. Minimize your browser, okay? Keeps the program open, minimize the command prompt here, whatever, and it should be on your desktop. It's right here, right? And it gives a generic name with a seed number. That's what this part here is. Like I said, I'll explain all this in the next video, but there you go. You now have your deformed freak show clown standing in the rain. Awesome. And yeah, I'm gonna delete that. I will see you next video. But if you want to also clear any generations you're doing at the moment, you just hit clear all up top, or you can go remove here, singles. So either all, so if we, you know, make another here, I'll show you what I mean. If we were to clear all, it would clear all of these. If we just want to remove one, you just remove it singly here, right? And the reason there's another video is because we have all these drop down menus, all kinds of stuff that we can be doing. So there's a lot that this program has to offer, so we need to set up other stuff in the future here, and I'll explain all this I'll explain some settings too we might want to adjust to make your computer run better. I don't have a very good computer. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best, so I have to monkey around with some settings just to get better performance. But anyways, for now, you're good to go, and I'll see you in the second video, second part. And if you want to close the program and make sure it's closed, you just click the browser up here, exit out of that, bring up the command window here, and just exit out of this. Now the program is closed. Also, with the install file, okay, that was on your desktop or wherever you saved it, you can keep it or you can just delete it. It doesn't matter. You don't need that anymore, okay? And just wait a sec here. The program itself as well should be in your C drive where you saved it. It'll be Easy Diffusion here, and if you look at the size of the program, it's very small on your main drive. So size on disk, it's 11.2 gigabytes, right? So it's not very big right now. The program will be larger depending on what sort of models we put in there in the future, and I'll show you how to do that. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.